Welcome to At the Table with Chef Jay, the podcast where we believe that every meal has a story and every story has a seat at the table. I'm your host, Chef Jay, and today we embark on a culinary journey through the heartwarming realm of cherished memories and delectable dishes. Today's guest is Columbia-based entrepreneur, DARLING-MAI Garway. She'll be preparing one of her favorite dishes, Liberian jollof rice. Could you share with us the story behind this dish?
All right. Thank you so much, Miss J, for having me on the show. It is a pleasure and a privilege to be here. I'm originally from Liberia, and jollof rice is not one of the easy dish to cook. Actually, Liberian dishes are not easy to cook. Everything has some kind of major prepping. But jollof rice happened to be the one that is more popular and more talked about because of the competition that it goes through with different countries, especially West African countries, Senegal, Ghana, and Nigeria. So every time Liberian jollof rice goes out on a competition, we come as a winner. So
I love it. I love it.
So I just thought that this would be a nice opportunity to share. But when I was growing up in West Africa, Liberia, jollof rice was not something we eat every day. It was basically one of those delicacies that you eat on special occasion, like Christmas, New Year's, or your birthday perhaps, if mommy have money, because the finances wasn't there for you to have this big meal. And I have always loved cooking, and my mother was such an amazing cook. May her soul rest in peace.
Amen.
She was such an amazing cook. She cooked almost everything. And because I was so, interested in learning how to cook, and I didn't have the opportunity to play pan and stuff like that, whenever she would cook, I would go under her feet, take in the little sardine cups or tomato can and stuff like that when she emptied all of those things, and I would mimic her by cooking in those empty cups and empty can.
Right.
And that's how I learned how to cook and perfect different kind of delicacy with the Liberian dishes.
Well, I tell you what, that is so near and dear to my heart. And that is one of the inspirations of At the Table with Chef Jay, to keep those stories alive. I'm about to cry on the set, because the stories with mom and dad and grandmothers, how we take for granted what they've been through, number one, and how they prepared those dishes through love.
Yes.
There was, a lot of times they didn't have the money, but they knew how to create dishes to show them how much we loved them.
Yes.
How much they loved us and how much they cared just by feeding us great things. Well, I went to South Africa, and they got me thinking that all the rice was the same. I found out that South Africa and West Africa, the rice are different.
Definitely.
And I could not believe it. So, when we get ready to travel to different parts of the world, we always find out about authentic dishes. And I didn't know that I love jollof rice, but I didn't know jollof rice is red and South Africa rice is yellow. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so I was very educated.
different seasoning, different spices, and all of that.
I'm excited just to learn how to make jollof rice, guys.
It would be my pleasure.
Because I made the yellow rice. What's it called? The yellow rice
with the curry powder, I think.
The South African rice is called something else. What is it?
I'm not familiar.
See that?
With
she don't even know it,
South
guys, because
African
that's why they had the
dishes.
jollof rice, okay? So thank you for coming and sharing. I'm just so
Definitely.
touched to have you as my guest, number one.
I appreciate that.
And we met at different events. People know that I am a connector and a networker. I go out just to meet different people. And also is big on culture and history and learn about other people. Believe it or not, Southern food is my least favorite.
Wow.
I love other cultures, other countries, and other people's food. So show us how to put the dish together. I'm so excited.
So for this is like a more modified version of the jollof rice. Like I said, Liberian dishes or African dishes go through a whole schooling process.
Didn't know that.
You have to start from kindergarten and go to elementary and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with the oil. We're gonna put some oil. This is a cup of oil. We're gonna put that into our little pan right here.
Do you have a special oil that you use?
No, algal oil or vegetable oil basically are the ones that we use. And usually when mother used to cook the jollof rice, we didn't cook the rice before preparing the entire meal. What we would do is put everything from scratch, and then the rice will be raw, and then we cook the rice and everything, mix it up together. I think why it's called jollof rice, we try to come up with why it's called jollof rice. I'm not sure. But I think one of the reason why it's called jollof is because it's a jealous kind of rice. You know, a jealous lover, you just want everything for yourself.
Yeah. I love that.
And before, the more, advanced way that we will cook jollof rice, basically, it will have all kinds of different meat in it. Chicken, shrimp, spare ribs.
Dish, you know?
Yeah, they go melting pot type thing.
That's right.
That's how we learn how to cook it. But I guess as you grow older and go into different culture and different things, you kind of narrow it down to accommodate everybody within the, in the area or stuff like that.
Right.
So once the oil is hot, we're going to put in our chicken. So I have some cut chicken here, already nicely diced. We're gonna put it in there. It's just a ching. Oh. So we're gonna let that fry, settle down in this oil.
Did y'all always use chicken? Did y'all use any other type of meat?
We use chicken. We use spare ribs. I'm gonna use the other stuff too. We use a lot of spare ribs, cut them into little tips. The one you go to the Chinese store and they say you want short rib.
Yeah.
So we use the short rib, fry it nicely, season it and fry it, and then use that in the rice. And we're gonna add some tomato paste. This is the one that gives the rice that color that you see over there. When I first, sometimes I would use like, what is it, paprika?
Yeah.
Paprika has a certain aroma to it, and then it has that color. But for this, we're gonna use the tomato paste. And I stopped using tomato paste for a while because sometimes when you don't cook it right, or certain tomato paste make the rice a little sour. And you don't want that. You want it to have that nice, moist, delicious taste. So once we got that down, we're gonna stir it down all the way down. And then we have some onions, chopped onions here. We're gonna put some chopped onions in there and let it simmer down as well. Oh, that good
You can
stuff.
taste the aroma. It's so amazing.
Oh, wait until we put the ginger in there.
Oh, I love ginger.
Ginger is my
God.
all-time favorite spice.
too.
I literally don't cook any food without ginger. It's just
You know what? That's how
because
I just became your friend because we love ginger together.
I mean, I love it for its health benefit as well as the aroma that it gives in food. So that's like 2 tablespoons of ginger. We just add it in there. We're gonna stir that. You keep stirring. Like I said, it's a very jealous kind of rice.
Macaroni and cheese.
It loves to have, everything else. So we're gonna simmer that down, let that ginger go in. So we have 3 different seasoning: oregano, some seasoned oil, and black pepper, and a half a cube that we're gonna season that with. So we're gonna also put that in there. You know what we forgot? The water. All right. Water. So we're gonna let that simmer down all the way. Yep.
Yes.
So as you can see, you can smell the ginger, and you can, do go wrong when it comes to ginger. So you're gonna let that simmer down really nicely. So this is previously made. So this is just bell pepper and garlic. All right. This bell pepper and some garlic. We're gonna add that in there with the oil and all that, and we're gonna let that stir as well. We're gonna stir that down.
Good. Now, so that's cooked bell pepper. You cook it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
bell pepper, blend it with some garlic, and then fry it down until it's a nice saute, whatever. Now you see what that looks like?
That looks
Nicely
amazing.
brown.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we're gonna put a little bit of heat here, some more, because we're gonna add our rice and some water and let it simmer down a little bit.
That's enough. You need a little more water. Okay?
Yeah.
It's just good enough water.
Yes, that's perfect. So we're gonna let that stir
So
a
do you
little
cook
bit.
jollof rice for your family much?
Yes.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm raising two amazing children, different personalities. One is the talkative and one is the realist.
What age
She
are they?
analyzes. My daughter will be 17 years old and my son will be 13 years old this
Awesome,
year.
okay, awesome.
And they gave me the run for my money. And since I introduced my daughter to Liberian food when she was 5 months old, and I spice her up with
it's
some
spicy?
pepper. Yeah, she loved the
Okay.
spice. She's been hooked on it ever since. She'll go out to African event and you expect this little American baby to say, "Oh, I want some hot dog." She tells you, "I want fufu and soup. Do you have jollof rice?" So I love that she likes it, but she's not learning how to cook it. That's the saddest part. On the other hand, my son is the more practical person. He likes to know about every recipe. "Mommy, what is this sauce? What did you make with that?" So he's more involved when it comes to cooking because he wants to know, he likes the culture.
Yeah.
So when I visited Liberia, so now that this is summer down, we're gonna add the water, a little bit of water, and let it roll around. So because we previously cooked the rice, so we don't have to use a lot of water.
Yeah.
So with that summer down, we're going to add the rice. So we have Uncle Ben,
The brown or white?
the white rice.
Okay.
This is Uncle Ben rice. This is what it is.
I love Uncle Ben.
Okay, so
And the
this
reason
is
being
what
that
it
it cooks perfect.
Right, it's a beautiful rice for this type of delicacy because it's not too soft and it's not too hard. It's just perfect. So we have, so this is about 3 cups, the little measuring cups. That's just 3 cups boiled with just salt. Okay, so we're gonna let that simmer down, and what we're gonna do is mix it all up. So the good thing about jollof rice is if you don't exercise when you cooking this right, you get your workout in because it's a constant movement, okay?
I love it, I tell you.
So you constantly moving your hands, so your arms is gonna have some muscles, okay? So once this is simmered down, you cover it, let it steep for a little bit. And once it has steeped a little bit, then we're gonna add our mixed vegetable. Mixed vegetable is the
I
healthy
have
part.
an question too. When you guys fixing it in Liberia, do you use fresh vegetables or you use frozen?
We use fresh vegetables.
Yes, okay.
We barely have
I
refrigerator.
know that.
So we're gonna freeze it.
I know,
Just
fresh,
teasing.
fresh, okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
they do have an opportunity to frozen vegetables and stuff
Do
now.
y'all
But
do
when
on the farming there?
Oh yes. When mom used to cook, it had to come straight from the farm. Like majority of all of the meals come strictly from the farm and then cooked into the pan. So it makes them all. So we're gonna add the vegetables. So this is like 1 cup of mixed vegetable. That's your carrots and all that good stuff. Like you see, it still have a little bit of the water in there. Like I said, since the rice has already been pre-cooked, you don't need a lot of water. You stir it out together and then let it go nicely.
On one of our previous podcasts, we noticed that most cultures have rice and potatoes. And I just love how you guys, it's a one-pot dish.
Yeah.
Just everything is in there. Now, did y'all serve anything side? Like sometimes when you're doing spicy food, sometimes they'll serve something sweet on the side or some type of salad. Do you serve anything else with this in your culture?
Yes, for dessert. To be very honest, in Liberia, when I was growing up, there was no room for dessert. If you managed to have one meal, you better be lucky.
Okay.
So if you had that one meal, you're gonna have that and be happy and gone. So there's no place for, oh, there's the appetizer and there's the main course and there's the dessert. No, if you had the biscuit for the day, that's probably your whole day meal.
Really?
So, but if you have now, the opportunity is there to be able to. So we baked something called the banana bread right rice bread. When mom used to make that kind of baking, because mom used to bake as well, she used to make the little challah and cookies from every little thing.
Yeah.
We'll cook the banana bread, make the banana bread, and then perhaps you eat it with that. But banana bread can be your whole full course meal, as well as your little dessert, your little sweet on the side, or some coconut candy or stuff like that. But like I said, with jollof rice, it didn't come every day.
Really?
It came on special occasions.
So what, did y'all kill the chickens too? Y'all grew your chickens and everything?
Yes.
Really?
So we lived in a little place where they had the chicken poultry. And we lived in front of the chicken poultry. So most often, definitely, chicken was not anything you eat every day as well.
Really?
So you had the opportunity for chicken to be killed on your birthday. You lucky.
So it's like a humble beginning. Like
Yes, yes.
Gotcha.
So
Okay, I understand.
everything was not like the pleasure of just having it right there. But you know, whenever you had it, and you enjoyed it. Yes.
So what age did you move from Liberia?
20 something. I was
You was there to 20?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
I just moved here not too long ago.
Oh, really? Okay. So you're still young at heart. I love it.
So we got, now that the water has settled down, the last thing we want to do is add the cabbage. And not very many Liberians will cook jollof rice with cabbage, but that's how I learned how to cook from my mom. The cabbage always added this extra presentation to the meal. So she will put the cabbage in last, because you know cabbage has water, a lot of water in it. And if you overcooked it, you lose the beautiful benefits, the health benefit. If you want to lose weight, cabbage is a very good source to go to. If you just cook it and eat it like that, it has a lot of health benefits. So mom will always cook it in her jollof rice.
It seemed like it gave us some texture to it.
Exactly. And all that crunchiness mixed with the vegetables and the moist from the frying of everything else, then the chicken and all of that. Like I said, if it's not chicken, they will use like spare ribs and other stuff to put that in there.
That is a beautiful dish. I love it.
Yeah. So it's a popular dish. Very popular.
Okay, so May, tell us a little bit about what you want to share about yourself, how the community can learn about you, what you're doing, anything you want to share. I want to hear everything. And how we can find you, how we can follow you. I understand you have an event coming up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's funny that I'm literally normal on this camera.
I know you can.
I don't like being on camera.
Yes. You're doing an amazing job.
But I'm grateful. And yeah, like I said, I'm originally from Liberia, West Africa. I work with different organizations, and I like doing different things that help people. I feel more empowered when I'm in the position to share and to serve, which is why every year I started the May Serenity Jury and the May Serenity Coaching. So what the jury part does is that it helps me to raise funds to help children back in Liberia who are still unable to help themselves. I believe in my heart, even though I didn't have the opportunity to the privilege of growing and having all the good stuff, I believe that every child, if I can just help 5 or 4 children, just not to be in that same state that I was in when I was growing up, would be a blessing. So I started May Serenity Jewelry when I was in the most vulnerable place in my life. But God has been faithful through it all. And all of the pieces are May Serenity are handmade by me. Don't ask me how I do it. But God is good, okay? So every day I allot at least an hour or 2 and make a piece that, you know, somebody will like, and every piece has a story. So the beads from May Serenity comes from everywhere in the world. It talks about different culture and different story. So May Serenity has been around for a couple of years until 3 years ago when I started the show to be able to raise money. So over these 3 years, we've worked with schools. I literally work with a schools of 800 students. I have about 4 or 5 of them on scholarship, provide educational supply, copybooks, pencils, everything they need. Sometimes we help with the uniforms and everything. Last year project, we worked with another school because the school didn't have a toilet. and the children literally, like, I literally cried
Yes.
when I went to this school. I'm like, in this day and age,
Yes.
why there's no toilet? And why the children are using cardboard as blackboards or, educational equipment. So it broke my heart. So last year when we had the event, it was kind of bittersweet because my mom wasn't there, and any moment I could have heard that she was gone.
Right.
And yeah, right after the event, she passed away. So it was kind of hard, but we were able to go through it and be able to help these children with the toilet that they need. So this year project, we want to raise money to help some of my youth are coming out of nursing school and stuff like that, and I'm proud of them. So we want to help them come out strong, be able to help them with scholarship to relocate and expand, advance in ways that can help the community, help the society.
Yes.
Because the more educated people, informed people will be able to expand the community in a more vibrant way.
Right.
So that's what we hope to do.
Right. So are these some of the beads that you
Yes,
made?
yes,
Oh my
these are
God.
some of my pieces.
Beautiful.
Yes, ma'am.
What? Can I?
Yes. Sure. Please.
Yes, amazing. So I'm gonna buy this, guys.
Oh my God.
And we're gonna be the support if I can now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Definitely.
Purchase.
No,
What big
don't
or-
buy it. Just,
Okay.
I'm giving this
No,
to
I
you.
that's one thing.
You're
about
going to
me.
go on the website, you're going
Yes.
to buy.
So
Trust
I've
me.
already purchased my ticket. I've already purchased my tickets to the
Yes,
Glory
she has.
show.
And please, it's going to be a
Yes.
beautiful show because this year, majority of what we're doing is white. The theme is beating with gratitude and confidence.
Right.
And one of the things is I believe in confidence. If I'm not talking too much, I'll just share this.
Yes, please.
I was
Yes.
never really a confident person. When I was 3 years old, I was in a fire accident and everywhere it started. So I literally, has been impeded in so many different ways. And now that I find my voice, not only through the grace of God, but in other capacity where I'm able to share with other individuals to find a voice and be confident. So I promote confidence very much in almost everything that I do. So beating with confidence and gratitude is an opportunity to share with other people, how gratifying it is when I sit down and put pieces together and you can look at it and say, wow. And then that confidence to be able to share without feeling like, man, we're gonna buy that, feeling down or stuff like that. So majority of the pieces this year is white to commemorate my mother and just tell her thank you for, teaching this daughter of yours these things that she cannot share with the rest of the world. So I'm excited. So
That's so interesting you said that. I was at a field day with my grandson, 10 years old. And that was one of the things I'm working with him with confidence. But I think when we sit down and you told me your story, I was just blown away. Because that is one of the two things that you can do for yourself is self-love and confidence, no matter what. Because some people can say just one little thing that really can knock your confidence down.
oh yeah.
And one of the things I told him, I said, if I listen to what people say, and sometimes people, they say it out of meanness, and sometimes they don't know what they say, I would be just as smart as an ant.
Yeah.
But I know how to, that whatever they say can bounce off me and keep it moving.
Yes.
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? Because you got to know yourself, number one, and you got to love yourself, number two.
Yeah.
But your story was such an amazing story that to think about the fact that you was burned in whatever the situation was, and you still was able to move on with the confidence and now help others with their confidence. So I applaud you and I thank you for being able to come and share your story and also to be able to share it with other people.
Yes, ma'am.
So I support you, my sister.
Thank you. Thank you so
I
much.
can't wait to taste that jollof rice.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a privilege and a blessing.
I'm gonna see you at the table, and I'm gonna let you know how the jollof rice tastes.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you at the table. Welcome back. We're sitting with Darling-MAI. Before we try your dish, what does food and family mean to you?
Oh, to me, food and family means everything. It's a way of connecting. It's a way of vibing. Because when you have some good meal, you will have some good story behind it. So it's a lot, and family is everything. Family fall down, break down, but family stay together no matter what. So that's very important.
That's right. Yeah, family does. It's very important.
Yeah.
I always tell that a lot of people that I connect with is that you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family.
Not at all.
Now, some family you can't have a food up with, but you can.
Sometimes just cut them off. Just separate yourself. But they're still there. You know they're there.
That's right. You know, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, it was so interesting to know before we took our trip to South Africa. Like I said, we had wherever we travel, we always have a tasting, and it's a way of us getting the community together. And normally in the room, it's 3 types of people that come. One of them is they want to travel with us. The other one is they just want to come and try authentic dishes from wherever we're traveling. And then you have those that just want to come together. And so when we got ready to go to South Africa, we had a South African tasting. And so I'm a research girl. So I research wherever we go on, the culture, the history, how people dress. And so that's when I found out that West Africa and South Africa have a different type of rice. So when I invited you to come on the podcast and you accepted, and you was gonna fix jollof rice, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was excited. And you did not disappoint.
Oh,
and like I was saying that, you know, for my husband to like and say, well, I want this recipe because he loved this jollof rice. So thank you for coming.
I'm humble.
And just for him to be able to enjoy it, that's what I want him to be able to enjoy some things. So he loved that jollof rice, and he's looking at it right now. So thank you. And so I'm gonna try this jollof rice. They have already tried it, so I haven't tried it yet. Okay, but it is beautiful. Your presentation is beautiful, and I just love it. And so while I'm trying this rice, what else would you like to share with us? What you have coming up?
Well, as previously we talked about the event coming up, and also as part of the many things that I do, I'm a certified life coach as well. So that's one thing I'm trying to transition from everything else and just focus on that aspect, the ministry part. I know when you talk about life coach, we talk about how can I make money? But that ministry, because there's a certain gift that God has empowered us with individually, collectively, and important to utilize those gifts as well as, you know, making the money in it, you know, winning souls for God at the same time, making the money. So that's another thing that I do. I just started that recently, and I'm looking forward to that because that is my final stop. Coaching and bringing people, and it was so clear when the voice came to me to go into that aspect of the profession. He said, I need you to restore spiritual confidence. So that's where I'm going to be going.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah. So I'm grateful for that, and I hope that whatever this is going to take us, it will be all glory to God and not to us.
Right.
Yeah.
And so many of us need that. You know, we need someone to help us get to that next level, that next point. And some of us need so much mentoring, you know? And also, I think your story has been so amazing that you have, you know, been able to make it through.
Amen.
Still standing, looking beautiful, amazing.
You have to.
And these beautiful bees, guys. I love it. And this green is so beautiful. I love the green.
When you come to the show, you will see some of the crazy pieces that we put in together. And my son
tell us when the show is and how can we find and follow you?
It's the 21st of June, and I'm on every social platform. I recently got back on Facebook. I was off for a while, but I got back on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm still trying to navigate my way to working the camera on YouTube. So I'm on Instagram, every platform. I do a lot of inspirational because that's part of my calling.
And what is your following? May
Serenity.
Okay.
Everything is out of MaiSerenityCoaching.com, May Serenity. If you type in May Serenity, it will give you May Serenity Coaching and May Serenity Jewelry and May Serenity Foundation.
Right, I love it.
Everything is May Serenity, so yes.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Definitely.
We're so grateful, and keep being amazing. I love it.
Yes, thank you so much for the opportunity.
That wraps up another episode of At the Table with Chef Jay. And before we say goodbye, don't forget to show some love, hit that like button, share the story with your friends and family, and of course, subscribe.